There's something uniquely captivating about an abandoned house that sets our minds ablaze. These silent monuments to the past have stood witness to the unfolding of history, their decaying walls whispering tales filled with eerie secrets. Would you dare approach these forlorn landmarks under the cover of night? If so, let's jump right into the tour. Up first, we visit the Mellon Mansion. James Ross Mellon, born on January 14, 1846 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, was the son of Judge Thomas Mellon, the founder of Mellon Bank and patriarch of the influential Mellon family. Growing up in the East Liberty neighborhood of Pittsburgh's East End, James was immersed in a world of privilege and opportunity. He attended Jefferson College in Canonsburg, Pennsylvania, where he joined the Theta Delta Chi fraternity and earned a Bachelor of Arts degree in 1863. James's early adulthood was marked by health challenges, prompting his father to send him to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, to work as a clerk in the law offices of Finches, Lind, and Miller. His work later took him to Leavenworth, Kansas, where he met Rachel Huey Larimer, his future wife. Their courtship blossomed, and they married on June 3, 1867. Once his health improved, James's father requested his return to Pittsburgh to join the family business, a pivotal moment in his life. Nestled within the lush surroundings of Palatka, Florida, stands a historic clapboard house that was once the summer residence of James Ross Mellon, a finance tycoon from one of America's wealthiest dynasties of the 19th and 20th centuries. His father, Thomas Mellon, an Irish immigrant, amassed a significant fortune in banking and real estate, which he bequeathed to his sons upon his death in 1908. Though James and Rachel primarily resided in Pennsylvania, they frequently escaped to Florida's tropical climate during the winter months. They eventually constructed a 6,900 square foot property in Palatka as their winter retreat. This home, with its expansive space and serene environment, became a cherished getaway for the Mellon family. Rachel passed away in 1920, but James continued to visit the Palatka property until his death in 1934. Over the years, the house changed hands several times, but fell into disuse and neglect. Despite the Mellon dynasty's continuing wealth, estimated at around $17 billion, the once grand property now stands as a silent testament to the passage of time, slowly decaying in plain sight. Today, the Mellon family's legacy lives on through their philanthropic efforts and enduring influence in finance, yet this once vibrant home remains a poignant reminder of the Mellons' illustrious past and the inexorable march of time. Up next, we visit Dunnington Mansion. The Dunnington Mansion and its expansive surroundings have recently been listed for sale, marking a significant opportunity in the real estate market. Announced on April 6th by Sotheby's International Realty, the property is being offered at an asking price of $12.5 million. This impressive package includes Manor Development's vast land holdings, encompassing more than 760 acres, featuring 23 tracts with approximately $3.5 million worth of enhancements. Notably, this sale encompasses all of Manor Development's partially developed land surrounding the Manor Golf Club, excluding the golf club itself, ensuring continuity for Longwood and Hampton-Sydney College golf teams. The history of the Dunnington Mansion dates back to its origins under Richard Woodson, who acquired the land in 1748 and erected the initial structure known as Poplar Hill. Over the years, the property passed through generations of the Woodson family before being sold to Captain John Knight in 1860. Subsequently, the mansion was bequeathed to Knight's daughter and son-in-law, the Dunningtons, who undertook significant renovations in 1897. During their ownership, the mansion was expanded with the addition of 4 rooms, a grand tower, and a majestic front entrance, resulting in a reorientation of the house from a north-south to an east-west axis, with the front now facing westward. Following the Dunningtons' tenure, the mansion changed hands multiple times, eventually falling under the ownership of the Bolt family until 2000. Subsequent owners managed the property until 2021, when it was purchased by the Community Development Authority for the development of the Manor Golf Course. Despite the course's completion in 2004, financial challenges led to foreclosures on parts of the property, including the mansion, which has remained unoccupied since then. Over the years, neglect has taken its toll on the Dunnington Mansion. Roofing issues have plagued the structure, allowing nearly 2 decades of rainwater to infiltrate and cause substantial damage throughout the interior. Despite its current state, the mansion retains its historic charm and architectural significance, offering a unique opportunity for restoration and revitalization in one of the region's most esteemed locales. As potential buyers explore this grand estate, they are not merely investing in a property, but also acquiring a piece of local history, steeped in tales of family legacy and architectural evolution. The Dunnington Mansion stands as a testament to resilience and endurance, awaiting its next chapter in the annals of prestigious estate ownership. Up next, we visit Rockwell House. The splendid Rockwell House, a historical gem built in 1838 for Colonel Samuel Rockwell in Milledgeville, Georgia, exemplifies the quintessential antebellum architecture of its era. Strategically positioned amidst a serene grove of trees atop a gentle hill, the home was meticulously crafted by architect Joseph Lane Sr., who had been brought from Maine by Rockwell himself. Lane's architectural prowess is also evident in his contributions to nearby Oglethorpe University. Comprising 8 spacious rooms across 2 levels, the Rockwell House boasts grand front and rear foyers and a welcoming front porch adorned with towering columns. Over the years, the house has undergone careful maintenance, with the owners meticulously replacing each step-riser on the front stairs, culminating in the final original step being replaced in 1971. The craftsmanship that went into constructing this residence is remarkable, with every piece of lumber hand-cut and assembled using a notch and peg system. This methodical approach extended to the construction of the spiral staircase, a unique feature replicated from the era's standard chaperone stairways, albeit with enhanced elegance. Interestingly, nails were sparingly used, primarily for the weatherboarding on the exterior and the slats securing the interior plaster. This intricate construction technique was also employed in the building of the slave quarters and carriage house situated at the rear of the property, reflecting the historical context of the era. Colonel Rockwell tragically passed away in 1841, prompting subsequent ownership changes. Oliver Hillhouse Prince acquired the home after Rockwell's demise, residing there briefly before meeting a fateful end during a hurricane off the coast of North Carolina with his wife. The property then passed to Herschel Feed Johnson, who in 1853 served as governor of Georgia and utilized the Rockwell House as his summer retreat. It was a common practice in those days for prominent individuals to maintain residences in Milledgeville alongside summer homes nearby. In the 20th century, the house experienced changes in ownership, including an instance where a prospective out-of-state buyer secured the property but never returned to take possession, leading the Bland family to reoccupy it in 1911. Later, the house was sold to Oscar Ennis, a cousin of the Blands, who resided there with his family until 1962. Dr. Robert Watson acquired the property in 1967 and embarked on extensive restoration efforts, only to face a tragic setback in August 1969. During renovations, a fire broke out in an upstairs section of the house when workers accidentally ignited paint with a blowtorch. Despite these challenges, the Rockwell House endures as a testament to the architectural brilliance and historical significance of its time, awaiting restoration and appreciation by future generations of admirers. Up next, we visit Arlington Mansion. Arlington is a historic federal-style mansion situated in Natchez, Mississippi, with roots tracing back to the early 19th century. According to tradition, the house was built by John Hampton White, originally from New Jersey, as a residence for his wife, Jane Surgett White. Historians estimate that construction took place between 1819 and 1820. Although the exact design plans are not documented, the architecture is widely attributed to Levi Weeks, who also designed Auburn and Natchez. Arlington embodies the federal style introduced at Auburn, but with a unique interpretation, marking it as the second grand columned mansion in Natchez. The main house is an imposing 2-story red brick structure featuring a partial basement and adorned with marble elements throughout, including the front porch, window trims, and porch steps. The floor plan centers around a grand central hall that stretches from the front to the back of the house, flanked by 2 rooms on either side. A staircase is situated in a secondary hall between 2 of these rooms. This design is characteristic of other historic homes in the region, such as Rosalie, circa 1820, and Melrose, circa 1845. During the antebellum period, several modifications were made to Arlington, including the addition of a rear gallery with an extended roof, marble Greek Revival mantels, and a cast-iron porch at the east service entrance. In the 1920s, bathrooms were added to modernize the home. Arlington has been under the stewardship of the same family for the past 80 years, most recently owned by Dr. Vaughn of Gulfport, who inherited it from his late mother. Despite being an absentee owner, Dr. Vaughn has retained ownership of the property. In September 2002, a devastating fire caused by a tangle of electrical extension cords on the second floor destroyed the roof and parts of the upper level. The historic Natchez Foundation stepped in to replace the roof, despite uncertainties about recovering their expenses from the owner. There were hopes that Dr. Vaughn would undertake a full restoration of Arlington shortly after the fire, but the mansion remains in a state of neglect and decay. Despite its current condition, Arlington stands as a testament to the rich architectural and historical heritage of Natchez. The efforts to preserve it reflect a deep respect for its past and a hope for its future restoration. Up next, we visit the Howey Mansion. The Howey Mansion is a significant historic property situated in Howey in the Hills, Florida. This grand 7,500 square foot residence, featuring 20 rooms, epitomizes the Mediterranean Revival style. It was constructed by William J. Howey, the visionary founder of Howey in the Hills. Born on January 19, 1876, in Odin, Illinois, William John Howey began his career in sales at the young age of 16, selling insurance. By 1900, he was involved in real estate development for a railroad company in Oklahoma. His entrepreneurial spirit led him to establish the Howey Motor Car Company in Kansas City, Missouri in 1907, setting up a manufacturing plant at 1707 North 7th Street in the former Wyandotte Carriage and Wagons Works building. The Howey Motor Car Company produced high wheelers, which were carriage-like motor vehicles, branded under the name Howey. These vehicles were equipped with a 2-cylinder gas engine capable of 10 horsepower, driving the rear axle via 2 chains, and they were steered using a lever. Priced at $600 directly from the factory, these vehicles were a significant innovation of their time. In 1924, William Howey and his wife, Mary Grace Hastings Howey, finalized the plans for their long-lasting residence in Howey in the Hills. By the end of 1925, the house was completed, and they moved into their new home. The mansion quickly became a hub of social activity, hosting an array of distinguished guests such as Lord Bathurst, Kansas Governor Alfred Landon, Mr. and Mrs. Frank Phillips of Phillips Petroleum, and former President Calvin Coolidge. The construction of the Howey Mansion was completed in 1927, costing an impressive $250,000, equivalent to $3.2 million today when adjusted for inflation. The mansion was designed by Catherine Cothiel Budd, a trailblazing woman architect from New York. The completion of the 20-room, 7,500 square foot mansion was celebrated with grandeur, featuring a performance by the entire New York Civic Opera Company. This event attracted a crowd of 15,000 people, with many arriving in 4,000 automobiles to witness the free outdoor performance. This remarkable mansion not only reflects the architectural elegance of the Mediterranean Revival style, but also stands as a testament to William J. Howey's legacy and his contributions to the development of Howey in the Hills. The Howey Mansion remains a symbol of historical significance and architectural beauty in Florida. All right, everyone, I think that's going to wrap this video up. Like I mentioned in the beginning, follow all my social media, and also 50% of the people who watch me don't subscribe. So just, if you're watching, just click the subscribe button. It's free. It means a lot. And then an alternative option would be to become a member, which costs a couple dollars, but then, you know, I'll be calling you guys, FaceTiming you guys. You get cool badges. You get exclusive videos. I'll be making videos that I can't show, like public channel. So you guys get a ton of cool features and by clicking here and becoming a member. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you guys. Thank you for the constant support. Feel free to share this video on anything, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.